So, hey, welcome everyone. I'm Blockchain Bernie broadcasting live from sunny California. All right, so this episode is about smart contracts. And you might think like, what term is that? Smart contracts. I mean, people can be smart. Even sometimes my dog can be smart. But how can contracts be smart? Well, that's what we're talking about. What we're going to talk about in this episode. But first, let me introduce the channel a little bit. This channel is going to have three different sorts of content. So one is educational, general blockchain educational content, as this episode. The main purpose of the channel, though, is to be a log of my own blockchain called Bitoku. That's the storage layer for smart contracts. So that's the bridge for smart contracts, this episode. And we have a great community out there. We have a launch on October 22nd. So stay tuned. Learn more about the upcoming Bitoku launch because it's all going to happen in this channel. And the third one might be some news commentary in the blockchain field. And yeah, it's a nice, entertaining channel. Nothing in this channel is investment advice, of course. It's just purely for entertainment and informative purposes. All right, back to smart contracts. So I feel the word smart contracts is actually kind of a misnomer. It should have just been called on-chain programs. So programs or pieces of software that run on the blockchain. And that's how Solana, by the way, calls it, right? Solana doesn't call it smart contract. It calls it programs. And Solana, by the way, is my favorite smart contract blockchain. And if you want to know why, well, just watch out for a future video. I'm going to explain it in detail. All right. So smart contracts, when they came out, well, let's do a little bit of history, right? Where did that whole blockchain thing start? It started maybe in 2008, 2009. And then Vitalik Buterin came out with what he called Ethereum. And Ethereum was the first, well, of course, Bitcoin stuff was 2008, 2009. It came out, and it was only money, right? There was no code running on the chain, right? It was just, you could transfer tokens, coins from one person to the other, from one wallet to the other, and it was decentralized. So that was the big innovation. No single entity could censor anyone. No single entity can tamper with it or stuff like that. So that was a great innovation, and it was like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, etc. So all these are just money, and I call that blockchain 1.0, right? And then with Vitalik's innovation, Ethereum, we had blockchain 2.0. And that blockchain suddenly could run code on chain. So that means anyone can run code on the blockchain. And that means on the blockchain just means it's not just one computer controlled by one single entity that's running the code, right? But it's running on the blockchain, and all of the thousands of validators keep validating that this code has been run, and then it was this person that initiated that, and that was the other person who, received something and stuff like that, right? And the term smart contracts is just one use case of on-chain programs, right? And it's like you could do things where two people agree on something, as in a contract, and then the contract is enforced by code. And the code is not run by a single person, so that means, that person could not be biased or anything, right? So the best example to illustrate that is the escrow smart contract. And just Google that, escrow smart contract. There's also an introduction to the escrow smart contract in Solana, down in the description. So find that down in the description. It's a little bit of a longer read, but I'll explain it to you here right in this video. So let's say you have Albert and Betty. So now you might say, hey, Bernie, what's that, Albert and Betty? Usually it's Alice and Bob, right? So I got tired of Alice and Bob because everyone uses that. So I just thought, like, give a little bit of variety because, as we all know, Variety is the spice of life. So anyway, Albert owns a house and he wants to sell it to Betty. So Betty is the buyer. And let's say the title of the house is an NFT. So now you might think, how's that going to work, right? And I'm going to tell you, it's not that far in the future that all our titles will be NFTs. And if you want to know more about that, NFTs as title, watch out for some of my next videos. So now Betty can submit an offer to Albert to buy the house into the smart contract. She can deposit the amount, let's say $330,000. She can deposit that into the smart contract using, for example, USD coin, which is a stable coin. If you want to know more about stable coins, watch out for one of the next videos. Like and subscribe this video, by the way, to get more content like this. Anyway, so, and then Betty can deposit that, and if Albert, and it's safely deposited, right? She could get it back all the time as long as she doesn't have the title, you know? And then Albert selling the house, he sees, oh, there's the deposit there. And he can trigger a transaction that will both, you know, get the 330,000 USD coin into his wallet and the NFT representing the title out of his wallet into Betty's wallet. And he can do that in one transaction, right? So that means either both happens or nothing of that. And that way we don't need an escrow agent as we have right now. As you all know, it's a whole industry. They make a lot of money here in the US. And in Germany, it's all notaries and stuff. And other countries might have different systems. But with smart contracts, it can all be automated. And it's all tamper-proof and censorship resistant and all that kind of stuff. So smart contracts, they can do much more than just escrow, obviously. There's a whole industry called decentralized finance, called DeFi. And if you want to know more about DeFi and how it all works and where the industry is going, watch out for one of the next videos. So why do you need to learn smart contracts right now? Well, what's happening right now is we're in the middle of a crypto winter, price-wise. So all the prices of cryptos have gone down substantially, but development activity is at an all-time high, right? So all the guys are out there developing new programs on chain, new smart contracts to reinvent decentralized finance, to build Web3, like a web thing that runs on chain and not on a single centralized server that's controlled by one single entity. And everyone's talking about the metaverse as well, and so many things are going on. And you want to know what's possible with smart contracts. What is this all about? Where is DeFi going? And why do you want to know that now? Because the next bull run is coming, and you want to know where do you want to place your bets on, just to be able to invest wisely if you want to invest. Of course, nothing in this video is investment advice. It's just for entertainment purposes. But still, you want to know what's going on. And also there's regulation discussions going on. You want to know what kind of regulation do we need and what regulation don't we need to place your votes wisely in the next election, right? So anyway, you want to understand that because it's a big, big, big movement. And this whole blockchain thing, to me, feels pretty much like the internet in 1992 or so. We're in the very, very early days. And we all want to understand as soon as possible where that train is going. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode. All right. Bye.